Hello, and welcome to First Looks on a Tuesday. I'm your host Aadil, and this week we are looking at Atelier Sophie 2, a sequel to a game I've never played. So we'll see how it goes. I had a little deck of stuff about this game, but they said that there would be a prologue, so I figured we would just watch it together. You know? Though I didn't expect. Maybe I should have. Such a long wait for a loading screen. It's been a minute. We'll be good. I think. Go Temco Games! Classic autosave.
ソフィーのアトリエ2不思議な夢の錬金術師
Yep, what you said. Sorry, I'm just gonna make it a little louder on my mix. I think it should be decent somehow. We'll say. Oh, everything's at half. Weird. Yeah, well, let's watch the stories so far. You can view the summary of Atelier Sophie, the Alchemist, the mysterious book. Note that this one's been very important. Yes. Yes, spoiler alert for previous game, I guess.
キルヘンベルの街が大好き生まれてからずっと暮らしてるたくさんの思い出が詰まった街だからでも今日でキルヘンベルからしばらく離れることになったのその前にここで作った大切な思い出をいっぱい話しておきたいんだおばあちゃんがいなくなってから私は一人でアトリエを続けてたの昼間はみんな来てくれるけど夜になると一人ぼっちになっちゃうのが寂しかったなけどそんな寂しい毎日はプラフタと出会って変わったんだプラフタは不思議な喋る本でね昔の記憶をなくしてたのそのなくした記憶を取り戻すためにたくさんのレシピをプラフタに書いたんだ少しずつプラフタの記憶が戻っていってプラフタが人間だったっていうのが分かった頃かな私プラフタを人間に戻したいって思うようになったんだけどその方法が分からなくて勢いだけで行動しちゃってプラフタを怒らせちゃったこともあったんだまああれは怒って当然だったけど
That's like weird body horror in a book form. Wings and legs and arms.
けどね代わりにすっごい名案を思いついたんだよそれはね人間に近い人形の体にプラフタの魂を移すことなんだもちろんそれも簡単なことじゃなくて町のみんなが協力してくれたおかげで素敵な体が出来上がったの私もみんなもプラフタはすっごく嬉しかったけど大変なのはその後だったんだ
Okay, never mind. Take back the S word.
プラフタが昔戦った錬金術師ルアードが復活したのプラフタはそれを止めようとしたんだけど
I realize that anime plots don't really work well in like quick succession. This is what happened.
一緒にルアードを
We had
説
to
得しに
persuade
行
him
った
to
んだ。
back down. Yep.
も
Please,
ちろ
could you
ん
maybe
不安だった
not?
けど、きっとでき
Like
るって
this?
信じて
Nah.
た。
I think
だってルアードももともとは
I'll bump my
私
mic
た
up
ち
a
と
bit.
同じ思いを持っていた人だから。プラフタも本当はルアードを倒したいとは思っていなかった。だって
Okay.
プラフタの夢はみんなを笑顔にすることだから。それならプラフタにもルアードにも笑顔になってほしい。だって私の夢はみんなを幸せにすることだから。二人でならできるってそう思えたんだ。みんなを笑顔で幸せにする、そんな錬金術師に。だから私は決めたの。
Uh-huh.
おばあちゃ
Oh,
んと
wow.
同
That's,
じ
sorry.
公認錬金術師になろう
Aha.
って。
A
しばらく
licensed
の間
alchemist instead of
ギル
an
ヘンベルと
unlicensed
お別れしない
alchemist.
といけないのは
Which
寂しいけど、
presumably
きっと
you were when you
絶
alchemied
対
a
に公認錬
book
金術師になって
soul
みせ
into
る。
a doll.
おばあちゃんみたいな錬金術師になりたいか
Sounds
ら。だか
good.
らその時まで見守っててね。それじゃあ行ってきます。
Yep. Okay.
大好きなおばあちゃんへ。ソフィー
My
の
grandmother was a Sophie. My grandmother was a Sophie. Alright. Ah, okay. That was just that. Neat. Okay. A little loud now. Well, what can you do? Sorry, I just the Switch is notorious on my system for being trying to get the audio routed and stuff just sucks. Anyway, this looks fine. I think. Let's go. Let's figure out what alchemying with dolls is like. So I am partial to an RPG and an anime-esque game. Oh. As much as I rag on them. Wait. Who are you? Purple Town. Okay. These are non-insignificant things. Oh no, are we doing Mario 2? Guys, we might be doing Mario 2.
ある時、ひときわ輝く夢を見た。優しくて、明るくて、とても強い。会いたい。彼女に会ってみたい。そう願わずにはいられなかった。たとえそれが許されないことだったとしても。
Someone coming in the dreams and grabbing someone? Is that what we were thinking, Twitch chat?
私は夢に形を与える。彼女に会うために。
Ah, obsessive dream lady. It's a great trope. Okay. Oh, cool tree. It's like got a giant materia in it. Oh, and a Pokemon. Yep, found a big tree.
うわー、すごい。
That's me.
プラフター。
Or at least the narrator of
圧倒
the
されてしまい
story.
ますね、ソフィー。
Also, her name is Sophie. It was a bit of a giveaway. Wait, I know how the camera direction works. That was Sophie. Oh. Artifacting? Don't worry about it.
でも全然元気がないみたい。
Oh no,
プ
dead
ラフター
tree.
が夢で見た木ってあれで合ってるの？いえ、私が見たのはもっと。
So this is the book. I do like my coat. Look at that lining.
一体どこに行っちゃったのやら。
Plaid after the cuffs, all the way up
きっ
sleeves
とま
down.
た植物たちの声を
Not
聞
even
い
classic,
て
just real,
飛んでい
real
ったの
good.
でしょう。だね。とにか
Wow,
く
I missed
も
who
う
he
少し
was.
近づいて
I
みよ
was
う
too
よ。
busy
そうですね。
fanboying over a coat.
近くに行けば何かわかるかもしれませんし。行こう、プラフター。ソフィー、あまり急ぐと転びますよ。
Hmm. Oh,
いつでも
セ
前向き
ピュト
な錬金術師
yeah.
ソフィー、
Thoroughly optimistic, folks.
そして人形の体を持つ相棒
So
プラフタ。
slow hip swagger.
二人は慣れ親しんだ
Well
ソフィーの
animated,
故
I
郷を
guess.
離れ各地を旅していました。
Ah, cool. Okay, so we're off into the overworld.
旅の目的は2つ。
Become an alchemist.
一つは人形の体に魂を入れた
Oh,
プラフターを
doll.
人
Right, I
間の
forgot.
体
Book
に
to
する
doll,
こと。
doll to king. That's just the way it goes.
そしてもう一つは祖母の足跡をたどり
I love how it's a
公認
licensed
錬金
alchemist.
術
That
師
really
の資
tickles
格を
me. It's
手
like,
に入れるこ
it's
と。
not just I want to do things, but I want to have
いずれ
a
も
piece of
高度
paper.
な錬金術の知識を必要とする生
Oh,
半可
P.S. I
な
have
覚悟
no
では
idea how
達成
like
で
the
きないもの。
gameplay mechanics of anything this series is. So this could be a real
ソフィ
treat.
ーに迷いはありません。
Yeah, okay.
夢を叶えるべく今日も前へと歩み続けるのでした。これはそんな彼女が体験した数々の冒険の一つ。夢をめぐる不思議な物語。
おお、近くで見るとますます大きいな。いろんなところを旅してきたけど、こんなに大きい木を見るのは初めてだね。ええ、そうですね。しかし、なぜ私はこの木のことを夢に。不思議だよね。ここまでの道も知ってたんでしょ？はい。でなければこんな森の奥にある場所、とてもたどり着けませんでした。まるで夢に導かれたように。私は以前にもここに来たことが。プラフター？何でもありません。もう少し見て回ってもいいですか？これは。プラフター。ソフィー。
Oh man. Mike was accidentally muted. missed my commentary on the terrible angles. But also the mysterious purple. Like, what is this shot? No, we're friends. I'll never let you go. You're my book-turned doll that I want to turn into a human. Bye! Guess that tree had more life in it than you think. Did we just go underground? Is this like a pseudo-Alice motif? Hmm.
あら？ちょっと予定外だけど。
Could you pan up?
私の世界へ。
Who's the pink hair? Presumably the dream lady that the prologue talked about. Oh. Now the tree's better. The alchemist, the mysterious dream. Oh, so it is literally just like front-loading the Mario 2 twist. Mm-hmm. So that's my doll. Oh look, another friend. Oh, there we go. First male cast member. I mean, it is very anime, but also, you know what? There is something about modern graphics being good enough to feel like anime that you accept all kinds of bullshit, I guess. Maybe just me. Okay. I also like a game that has like a full-on like theme song intro. You know? Like, oh yeah, this is the anime theme song time. Okay, so are we fighting the butterfly lady to get out of the dream, you think? Here we go. At least I still have my fancy coat, right? That's what really counts. She reminds me of Riku from FF10. Well, what? Oh, these shots. Yes, it's a mysterious person. That's why we're only showing their chest and their décolletage. That's it. It's just, you know, mystery. Yep. What's up? No. Yeah. Link's Awakening time. You tuned in at the most inappropriate time. Don't worry, my friend. I think this game is full of inappropriate times. I think that is a large part of this. Where am I? Aha! We have a name, even though we haven't met them. I was curious when games do that. So I will say, obviously, very anime outfits. But I love my coat. I hope I don't have to get rid of it for like plot reasons. Because the little theme entrance had a bunch of different outfits. I have a feeling that's just how this game is going to be.
倒れてた。
Where's
私
Blackta?
たちは確か森で。そうだ、プラッタ。
For those tuning in just now, Plakta is the book I met in the first game that I turned in, but put their soul from a book into a human, or into a doll. And now I wish to try and see if I can make that doll back into a human and become a licensed alchemist. But then we came to a tree and a purple vortex sucked us both in. And now I don't know where Plakta is. Because anime.
お姉さん以外には誰も。
Yep.
探さなきゃ。
You know, it's interesting. You do see some pixelation around the edges of, like her nose there is weirdly glowing, like they've got like a bloom on the character, and it's not playing nicely with the background.
助けてくれてありがとうございました。私。
Or like the edge of the shoulder here with this out of focus thing. I'm sorry, I'm just really interested in how they like make the art style anime-esque. Like what stuff they choose. I mean, obviously the clothes are just textures, right? Good old bitmaps.
行くってどこにさ。君はまだこの世界のこと
I
は
like how
何も
Pirka's
知ら
like,
ない
you
じゃないの。
definitely aren't from this world.
この世界？ああ、やっぱり見かけたことなかったからね。私も見たことないよ。お姉さん、もしかして新入りの人
Yeah,
この
good
世界
question.
とか新入りとか。
I also really like this like weird rose-like thing as the colon. Be like Sophie says, right? Like, just, instead of just a piece of punctuation, it's like actually an icon. It's an interesting touch.
もしかして。
Before I came, what?
まあ、いきなり言われても理解できないと思うし、順番にやっていこう。
I have a cool hat.
遅
It
くなっ
serves
た
no
けど、
purpose.
まずは自己紹介から。僕はピリカ、この店の店主をやっているよ。
Hi, Pirka.
アレット・クラルティ、商人兼調達屋だよ。何か必要なものがあったらいつでも言ってね。
Hi, friends.
私はソフィーの家ミュラー、プラフタと一緒に旅をしていて。そのプラフタさんって人を探してるんだね。
Well deduced, Aletta. She
早く探さなきゃ。
is indeed.
まあまあ、落ち着いてよ。
Hmm?
口で説明しても実感ないだろうし、実際に見てもらった方が早いかな。だね。ソフィーさん、体が平気ならちょっとお
Sure thing.
店の外に出てみない？
Dude, look at that coat. It's fucking fierce. Oh. Erdewige. Stats has been added to the help. Okay, so what can I... Oh, geez, it's just gonna keep my stats too. Employees only. Railroad me. What do you want to say? Okay, that's what I thought. No. Alright. Well, I guess I'll just...
あのさ、
Yeah, I'm guessing there's not much shenanigans I can get up to in this little merchant hut. Oh. So remember, they wanted to explain this world to us by making me go outside. And so far it looks like a town? I'm not sure why they couldn't have been like, we think you're new to this world because this world looks like a town. Unlike wherever we think you're from. I mean, it is a pretty town. Oh, what is that thing in the middle?
ここは一体やっぱりソフィーさんはエルビーラ様に会ってないの。
Who's
エ
Elvira?
ルビーラ様？おかしいな。こっちに来る前にエルビーラ様が説明してくれるはず。
So everyone knows comes here from some away. Is that the idea?
あー、ごめん、混乱させちゃったよね。
I wanted to pull out more so I could see exactly what Yurka's hat looks like.
急で驚くかもしれないけど、ソフィーさんは異世界っていう。
Do you believe in other worlds now that I keep telling you you're from another world? Oh, there we go. Oh yeah, it's just a rod. Okay.
ここはソフィーさんがいた世界とは違う。夢の神エルビーラ様に作られた異世界。無限世界のエルデビーゲ。
Air de week. Okay.
そして今いるのはこの世界に来た人たちが暮らす唯一の町。
So
大
she
抵レッ
this
って言うんだ。
Elvira just abducts people from the real world to populate the dream world, which had no one beforehand, presumably. Hmm.
異世界って。
Oh man,
冗
Sophie,
談だよね。
you and I are on the
普通
same
の大
page.
きな町にしかない。
This is the dream world. It looks like a town.
だよね。ここだけにピリカさんもアレットさんも嘘をついてるようには見えないけど、それに私たちが吸い込まれたあの渦、あれは絶対に普通じゃなか
Sophie,
った。
you're real bright. I love it. By powers of deduction, I don't think they are lying to me. They don't seem like it. But also, there was a giant purple vortex in front of a tree, and then I woke up not there. Maybe I'm somewhere else. She does know what's up.
本当に？けど、それならプラフトはどこに？
My god. I forgot how much front-loaded exposition these types of games usually have.
どうやってって言われても
Purple vortex.
森の奥に大きな木があったんだけど、それに近づいた大きな木に渦のことはわからないけどさ、大きな木って夢の大樹のことじゃない？
You know, I bet she does.
そうだね。ソフィーさんを見つけた場
And
所から
because we
考
found
え
her
て
in
も
front of the dream
その可
tree,
能性が
I bet
高そう
that's
だ。
correct.
私を見つけた場所？そこに。そうだね。
I'm skipping through all the Japanese dialogue, sorry. I would like to see some gameplay. If I was by myself, I'd probably, you know,
でもその前に
give it a little
こ
more
れを
time.
渡しておくれ。これって地図？あげるよ。知らない場所なんだし。
A
地図があ
map?
った
Why
の
would I want a map? Aha. Wait, it needs the D-pad? Oh. Well, there we go. That was weird. The analog stick wasn't working. Nah, tell me about it, sure. Yeah, that's what I want to know. Where's the icons? S, L. L or down? Cool. I'm sure I can figure this out. Yeah, that's okay. Okay. Thanks, game.
ありがとうアレットさん。
Sorry, I heard a cat.
さん付けなんてしなくていいぞ。そう？ありがとうアレットちゃん。それじゃ夢の大樹を目指して。
Oh, I thought we were gonna go see Elvira.
ああ。よろしくね。
Okay, back to the tree. We're good. Okay, so we go... Where are we here? We're by a door. Presumably this was the shop. And there's all these Pac-Men we can talk to. Okay. Well, we gotta go to this place first, right? If we go to the full map. Right, okay. Well, that's good. Oh. Is it inverted? Oh, that's so weird. Okay. Inverted map, so we'll struggle a bit. But obviously we want to go down past the fountain and out. How do I... There we go. Wait, come back. Are you real? No, you're a dream. I can go right through you. Dream lady. Alright, go on the dream tree. I am covering the minimap for y'all. There's no plaque at this giant fountain. My stupid camera doesn't. There we go. Oh, yeah, it's an hourglass. Okay. A little goopy hourglass. Neat. Hopping at him. Alright, well, at least we're out of close-up central, hopefully for a bit. Not exactly my favorite theme. Auto. A lot of long loads. Wow, maybe not that long, but you know, maybe I'm spoiled. Those people look like normal people. Yes, it's like you read my mind. I'm playing on Switch. Nova in the chat. But I'm using my fancy Pro controller. I think that's why that you can kind of see the 720p. Like you can see they get really pixelated when the fully rendered characters are kind of in the background or far off. Dream visions of this world. Thanks, Elvira. Elvira. Yeah, it is better than Arceus. You are correct. I like how it's like we're lucky because she has to look through a lot of dreams, and she chose to abduct us. This is a dream Stockholm syndrome. Give me a sec. I've got a yelling feline to let out of the room. Feeling more informed. I like how they stopped up at the top of the staircase just to natter. I always enjoy the artificial pacing of these types of events. Okay. Can I talk to you? Nope, you're a dream. I enjoy you just phase through people. Unless they are a pack person. Like... You! I'll talk to you. Already catching piles of rare fish. Some kind of... Okay, there's a fish lady. Wait. Go to the dream tree. Where are we? Oh, it's... Alright, just straight ahead. I have a feeling this is a lot of a wander game, so if there's someone interesting to talk to, I might meander, but overall... if I can fish, that will be the rest of the stream. I think... Oh, here we are. lady by... I'm assuming this is Stream Lady. Okay, so she's got like regular shoes, weird crop top with Peter Pan sleeves. No, is that Peter Pan sleeves? I can't remember what those are called, but like an outfit. I like how I'm from the real world and she's from the dream world. Yep, adds up. Oh, I can't even talk to her. What is this? Can I talk to this dude, though? Oh, I can jump. Nope. I am currently streaming, or playing off the stream feed just to make sure everything's sorted on OBS on my PC. Because I have one largish screen, so I actually can't see the mini-map either. Alright, so there's someone to the left. Alright, you must be it. Back in the real world, each day was such a flurry of activity I never got to do much for myself. Since coming here, I've been able to take the time to relax and enjoy my own hobbies. You aren't pushing yourself too hard, are you? There's no shame in taking it easy sometimes. Thanks. Oh, wait. How the... Oh, God. Who designed this place? Oh, it's a staircase. That makes a lot more sense. I thought it was just like a... Nope, there's a stream and we didn't make a bridge. There's someone right by the doors. It is kind of nice having these Pac-Man symbols, so you don't have to be like, can I talk to you? You know, like old school FF1. The early JRPGs were just like, just run into you, and everyone would say something, but it was usually garbage or flavor. I came here every day to look at the dream tree. Everyone says it never changes, but I reckon it does. Not by a lot, but little by little. You understand, don't you? Yeah, sure. What do we think? Is this going to be the tree with the materia in it? I think it is. Oh look, it's the tree that the portal opened up beside. Except it's happier, like in the dream that Plakta, our doll friend who's lost. So the dream tree exists in dream world and reality. I guess it makes sense. Dreams are dreams, trees are trees. Presumably this is where I collapsed. They found me, right? Yeah, that gate looks familiar. Ooh, is that a humpback whale necklace? What does she look like? These guys are real swift. Like the polo. I'm gonna gamble and say that because she was a soul trapped in a doll, that when she came to the dream world, she might not be on the same form. But it's not a normal tree, is it? I mean, most trees don't surround a giant, weird gemstone. She doesn't live in a tree, she lives near the tree. So like there? Like there? How interesting. So she catches people in transit because she gives everyone the tutorial we missed. Yeah, you can see the, like, if you look at the gun on Aleta's leg, you can see how, like, the Switch is really not happy with the texturing and the tight colors there, as she, like, her character model just bobs back and forth. A vague figure shot I didn't like.
に人の前に姿を現さないからちゃんと見たことがないの。けどすごい神様なのは間違いないよ。
Isn't there though?
夢の神様か。
So the prologue had her saying she really fell for someone, and I think that the game's gonna hint that it's Sophie, but it's actually Plakta, maybe?
でも
Or vice
私はそん
versa?
な神様に会ってない。渦のことも二人は知らない。そこが不思議なんだよね。今までそんなの。さすがに私たちの話だけでここを異世界と思えなんていうのはちょっと無茶だよね。
It's just occurred to me that us strangers randomly talking to you might not be enough to convince you.
アレットちゃんたちが嘘ついてるように
Ah,
も
but I
見
am
えないし。
Sophie Holmes.
それに私が見た大樹の周りにこんな祭壇や町はなけど、確かに枯れてたあのだからちょっとは信じられる。
That doesn't make sense, because then the tree is in both places, which is not what they're saying.
少しでも信じてもらえたならよかった。
でもここが異世界なら早くプラッ
I
トを
agree,
探さなきゃ。
Sophie.
それじゃあ町の人たちにソフィーさんみたいに誰かが見つけてロイテールに来てるかも。あ、ごめん、僕は
Is
お店に
Roy
戻
Tail
る
like
けど
a planned
お
word
客さ
I
んに
don't
も
get?
話を聞いてみるよ。もし何か分かったらすぐに教えるね。
Hmm.
了解。それじゃあソフィーさん行こう。
Let's go!
二人ともよろしくね。近くで見ると本当に大きいな。
Alright. Can I... No. Invisible walls? Yeah. This game... Well, I'm glad I didn't talk to everyone needlessly before, because that would probably have been out of sequence and they wouldn't have said anything. My coat doesn't move, hey? Sprint button? I'm guessing that maybe the game is really big because there's like the areas themselves are quite small for loading between for a modern game. Oh, who's that guy?
うるさいのが来た。うるさいの？
よう、アレットじゃねえか。こんなとこにいるなんて珍しいな。
ちょっと夢の大樹に用事があってね。
なんだ？木登りでもしたかったのか？
違う！人を猿か何かみたいに言わないでよ。
Ah, yes, classic flirting.
悪い悪い。猿よか可愛げはあるわな。
His shirt is
猿と比べられても嬉しくないから。まったく。
見たことない顔だな。もしかして。
そう、こっちに来たばかりのソフィーさん。エルビーラ様と会わないでこっちに。
へえ、そんなやつもいるのか。
I want to see your cape, dude.
ソフィー
Rider
だ
tatted
った
cape.
な。俺様はオリアス・エンデルス。世界最強の超用心棒だ。
Do you need a bodyguard in the world of
助け
dreams?
が必要な時はいつでも呼んでくれ。
Thanks, Olius. You hit a button. Nice.
世界最強？その辺は流しちゃって。オリアスさ、プラフタって名前に聞き覚えある？
プラフター？
私の家族で一緒に渦の中に吸い込まれたから。
ソフィーの家族かどうかはわからねえが。
Talk to the alchemist.
Craftっていう
I
錬
wanted
金
to
術
be the alchemist.
本当ですか？
最近こっちに来たばっかのやつで町外れのアトリエにこもって
Ah, excellent.
何度かカティのところに飯食いに来てるのを見たことあるが、てか銀髪で尻尾があってさ。
White hair and a tail.
何かの耳？
あ、そっか、
Oh, thanks, Aleta.
お前
だってここって人の出入り激しいし、新しく来た人の名前なんて覚えて。出入りが激しいってことはちゃんと元の。
な。ああ。この世界で自分自身の
Oh,
思いや夢
interesting.
が満た
Wait,
され
so
る
if
と、
I become a licensed
その瞬
alchemist
間に
here,
元の世界に戻されるようになってんだ。
I'll go back to the real world, but then I won't be a licensed alchemist in the real world, so then Elvira will have to bring me back.
その
I'm
辺の
stuck
こ
in
と
an infinite loop.
最初にちゃんと説明してくれねえと混乱するよな。
エルビーラ様に会ってない私って。
ああ、わかんねえ。俺様もかなり
Alright,
特
so we're
別
getting some
っ
plot.
て
This
こ
is
とは
nice.
間
It'd
違い
be
ない
nice
ぜ。
to not be stuck in exposition land, but it is an RPG, so.
と、それより今はプラ。
Alright, Oleus.
ありがとうございます。
Yeah. Now the real question is, do they know what their actual heart's desire is, or are they stuck there till they figure it out? Because Elvira knows.
こんなに早く見つかるなんて思わなかったよ。
Yeah, I never thought we'd fight her so quickly. It's a huge relief. This game's gonna be an hour long.
けどこんなにすぐ自分のアトリエを持つなんて。それに今のクラフトは錬金術ができないの
Oh,
に。
interesting. Well, so she's clearly not a doll because she has a tail and ears. But Sophie hasn't figured that out, obviously. Alright. Well. Might as well talk to someone. Oh wait, is this the... That's the lady I already talked to. Wow. Subtlety. Oh, interesting. Dueling bodyguards. Right. Yes, this jump isn't very useful. Oh, there we go. So we can jump over the low part, but not the high part. Huh? There we go. Alright. Maybe I'm just bad at jumping. Almost feels like the map over the image is needed, but it's very distracting. Yeah, I think it would help if I saw the mini-map. Well, let me actually switch feeds here for myself. Oh. Like, my head is over the mini-map, which also has the... Oh,
あまり人も来ないし。
I knew that was gonna happen. Oh, everything's gone wrong. There we go. Sorry.
まあ、マジでなんもないからな。わけのわかん。
なんかこういうのどかな場所に来る。
Like, if I move, you should see the mini-map, which would help.
私の故郷の町だ。旅に出てから結構
I
経ったけ
keep
ど。
reading Kirsten Bell
みんな元気かな。
of The Good Place fame, which feels like a weird, dreamy coincidence.
毎日一緒にいたのが、またみんなとモニカの歌もまた聞きた
I
い。
like all this nostalgia for a game I haven't played. Like, oh, you remember all these characters from Sophie Atelier 1?
懐かしい気持ちになってるとこ悪いが。ほら。
あ、はい。まずはプラフトに会わなくちゃ。
Subplot definitely isn't gonna remember us, right? That's gonna be something like that. Okay, so yeah, the mini-map is right by my face. And it looks like it, so I've switched gears a bit. My setup so I can actually use it. See if that's any better. Oh, come on. There we go. Means that, yeah, I need to bring my tablet closer so I can actually read your chat though. Oh, life is so hard. Oops. Should be enough. Okay. Looking for a little known planet. At least I have all the time in the world. Okay, well, in that case, let's talk. What, you won't talk to me when I'm behind you? Farming. Yeah, okay. Don't worry, I'm just gonna talk to people who are on the way. Interesting, so he wants to fly, so we should be able to, like, woo him away by just throwing him off this cliff, right? Like, if we just push him, maybe that'll work? At least we're not getting those fan servicey cutscenes anymore. That was a little much for my taste. Aha.
ここがプラフタのアトリエだ。
わあ、素敵なアトリエ。
Any suspicions there, Sophie?
あれ？でもここって確か。
There's his weird
勝手に入
tattered
って
cape.
ください。あれ？今の声。
ほら、早く入ろうぜ。
あ、はい。
It's a proper atelier, which presumably is an alchemist's workshop. Whoa. Oh, I really like the detail in this place, though. Like, the ivy and the fans and the...
ここがプラフタン。でも、なんだろう、この感じ。私のアトリエとは全然違うのに、なんだか、すごく懐かしい
Feels
気持
just
ちに
like
なる。
home, you say. Oh,
待たせちゃってごめんなさい。それで、どんなご用件ですか？
there was a tail, guys. But also...
あれ？ここってプラフタのアトリエじゃん。
Yep, totally
そうで
doesn't
すよ
remember you.
ここは錬金術師プラフタのアトリエですが。あなたは？
I mean, she does look like Lacto.
私がプラフタですが。
Same eyes,
錬金術
more tasteful clothes. I don't know if you saw her original outfit, but it was very lingerie-esque
もしかして
when she was a
そっち
doll
がいい？
versus a human.
確かに私の探してたプラフタとは違うんだけど、でもなんでなのかな、人違いって感じもしなくて。
Truly a mystery. Also, I've just noticed that her collar is just a collar with contrast stitching on it, but it's not attached to her coat or her dress or anything. I mean, it's just sort of floating above her humpback whale necklace.
だから私がプラフタですって。用事がないなら帰ってもらえますか？研究で忙しいんです。ごめんなさい。私ソフィーの家ミラー、あなたと同じ錬金術師。ここに来たばかりなんだけど、一緒にいた家族のプラフタと離れ離れになっちゃって探して。私と同じ名前？詳しく話を。
What a strange story.
なるほど。エルビーラと会うことなく。
Oh, so she came here and did see Elvira.
そうなの。 アレットちゃんに助けられなかったら今
I
頃
mean,
ど
you
うなっ
would
て
have
たかわか
had
ら
a
ない
nap
よ。
outside the town because you were found, like, by the tree.
私と同じ名前のプラフタさん。わかりました。錬金術師かどうかはさておき。信じて
Yeah,
あげ
that's
ま
the
す。
part she would weirdly lie about. Also, are your eyebrows above your bangs? You guys seeing this? Like, they're like threaded beneath her bangs. Or above her bangs. Like her bangs are going under the eyebrow. Ooh, that's creepy. I can't unsee this.
どうして錬金術師ってこと？当然です。錬金術師はなりたくてなれるような簡単な職業じゃない。常に新たな道具を生み出そうとする探求心、技術。
And you're boring.
そうなのか？
I think she just said, "Ya basic."
そもそも錬金術師を名乗ってはいますが、
I also
そ
said
れ
I
を
was
証
from
明
a
する
world
ものを
without
持って
single
い
Vira,
ま
and I have no
そ
proof.
れはここに来た時にほとんどでも、ではこうしましょう。このアトリエにある道具を自由に使っていいの
Oh,
で、
yay.
それができれば、
Let's hope I don't screw this first piece of real gameplay up.
もし錬金術師であることを
Oh,
証
wow.
明できれば、こっちにいる間住むところも必要。ソフィーさん、どうする？わかった。クラフトを探すのにもアトリエがあった方が私ちょっと材料になりそうな素材を取ってくるよ。なら街を出たところの草原がい
Wait,
いで
but
しょう。
I can use your place, but I can't like borrow some ingredients to prove.
そういうことなら
最強用心棒
Ooh,
の
I
俺
think I have
様
a
が
party, guys. I think there's some gameplay coming.
二人ともありがとう。よろしくね。
Oh wait, he doesn't have a cape on the back. Jesus. Yep. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yay. Alright. Oh, it's just like a weird half sarong on his bottom. His left cheek is covered. Is that a gun blade? Alright. Guns. Okay. Alright, so I can save, change their outfits. Yeah, okay. Photo mode. L stick. Cool. We'll probably not do much of that today. You can now select Legendary difficulty. Note, you must clear the game at least once in order to unlock Legendary difficulty. So I can select it, but it's not unlocked? What? Okay. What do you want to say to me? Make something good enough to meet my standards. For Christ's sake, okay. How far away do we think this, grasslands was? Alright. So, like, if you look at the mini map, you can see that the outer ring has, like, the marker where I'm trying to go, or the door, which is nice, and then you only really need this to make sure your as the crow flies isn't terribly inaccurate. It's not awful, but again, oh wait, could I talk to this person? Or you? I'd like to talk to you. See what you say. So it's still mostly JRPG non-chat, but now not every person has it. I don't know. I guess it's better than Ubisoft or like World of Warcraft exclamation points. Like it still makes you talk to people and feel. Ooh. Sure. You are a rugged cartographer, sir.
いい感じに仕上げちゃ
Okay,
う。
so. Whoa. Oh wait. Oh. Oh god. How do I go? Oh, I should read. Rugged cartographer, man. Oh, that's the full zoom? Really? Huh. Weird. I can't, how do I descend? No, I want camera to be lower. Because it's like here. That doesn't help. Wait, I can keep zooming out? Wait, no. But I can only get there. I swear. Hold on. The end. Yes. Now
いい
if I
感
hit
じに仕上げ
this.
ちゃう。
See? There should have been a way for me to be able to get back to this height, you know? Yeah, that's what I thought. Boink. I've disapparated you, cartographer man. So then... presumably. Yeah, so in Switch games is really interesting because they just like have a, because the Switch has a capture button on all the controllers, you just have a button that just takes the UI away. Oh wait, hold on. Oh. Sepia, monochrome, blur. Oh, some of these are awful. Oh, that's supposed to be like a tilt shift, like the Zelda game did. Huh. This is where I met my friend, the cartographer. Oh, so that's pretty. That's kind of nice. Depth of field on. Change the focal plane. Make it on him. Look, yeah, see his eyes like that. On him. So this is the, like, I first got a DSLR and must get a portrait. Look how good I am at portrait shots. Sorry, where were we? How do we get out of this? B? Yes, please. Alright, and now I've just been playing another game on the Switch where clicking left, like clicking the left stick is run. So expect a lot of accidental photo modes as I get frustrated on how fast Sophie runs. Alright. I won't bother talking to people on the way. I would like to see, before a break for coffee, which will come in a bit, I'd like to first experience the outer world. I think that's a reasonable thing to do before we cut to break. Oh. I'm good at games. I mean, it is pretty. Like, I like the touches of like the cherry blossomies, flower petals and stuff, and like that little firefly-like thing. I think that's what I like about games, especially on the Switch, where the graphics have to be less realistic. That when people put the effort into just a little more detail on the simpler textures and stuff, it just makes I'd rather a cool art style with details than you know, really realism, but it's the same 17 boxes and random concrete and there's nothing like in the air. Like, you don't see dust in Call of Duty, even on dust. I've never even seen them. What, you've never walked 3 paces out of the town? Oh, it's me, sorry. I thought there was a letter for some reason. Alright. Hey, it's a Pokemon with 2 Pac-Man ghosts. Yes! This is my kind of game. There's Pac-Man ghosts. They're born here.
エルビーラ様が人の無限を元に作った世界だからな。その元となった無限には当然魔物もいるわけだ。
I think people dream about adorable things.
それが世界を作る際に。
そうなんですね。
へえ。落ちた。
錬金術師って意外と戦える人が多いのかな。
Alright, combat,
錬
folks.
金術の素材って何を集めたらいいの？
Pokemon Half Guard, Drag Quest, yeah. All anime.
今回はクロースを作ろうと思うから。オッケー。それじゃあ。
Oh, where did my staff come from? I mean, gather alchemical materials and battle enemies. Cool. Gathering points to be found anywhere in the world. Press Y at a gathering point. Okay, so they're the red bits on the map. It's weird that they didn't say that. If you make contact with one of the monsters... Yep. Okay. 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 Alright. Let's... Oh, you really have to bump it? Oh, I have to hit all of them. A battle will begin if you run into a monster field or use a tool to swing at them. You'll gain a boost. I could have gained a boost. Oh, great. This is what I want. Yes, okay. Yep. Normal attacks are your best offense. They don't hit very hard, but they deal damage with expending MP. Try selecting attack. Horned rabbit. I think let's ooh, vulnerable. Don't know why he's vulnerable, but yes. Oh. I think we just fucked up that rabbit. Holding R will bring up enemy action info. Wait, what? Oh, I see. Skill. One stack of def increase. Okay. AoE defense. Okay, so I'm definitely the spellcaster type. Blocking simulation. Right. This is I don't like when the tutorial's in the middle of a fight like this, because it was like, hit the R1 and see a thing. I didn't quite see the thing. I think it was just the lines, red lines saying who they were attacking, but now I can't like check to make sure I understood the thing because I'm in the middle of dialogue garbage. Okay, select your craft and blast your enemies away. Wait, select item. Craft. But I don't want to use this. You just told me I'll... Thanks, tutorial. Also hate when tutorials are like, to show you a thing, I'm giving you an overpowered thing that you have no choice but to use. Well, that's why Elias is the best bodyguard. He just grinded for 5 more levels. I can do maths. Okay, so I got rabbit fur. I still don't know, as a player, what Sophie needs.
やるじゃねえかソフィー。
採取で守る。それにしたって戦い慣れてない？いや、
あいつがかなり特殊な例だと思ったんだが。
If you
実際のとこどうなんだ？
Who I think you mean.
そう。
Yowza. Alright, let's try a real fight where we're not being walked through. And then we're gonna take a quick break, just 5 minutes, get a coffee. And we'll keep going. Alright, so hold on. No. What's menu in this stupid game? Story? Doesn't do anything. Back. Okay, no. Down is the menu. Look at the radar. We see all the bad guys? That's kind of cool. Okay, that's items. X. There we go, sorry. Oh, okay, we have these things. Are they made? I totally don't understand. I guess I should let the game tell me, but I was just wondering. I was hoping it would tell me what I'm looking for, you know? Because it's just collect materials. Well, I guess we... Alright, so... Oh! Well, that's kind of nice. That's a really quick pickup. Well, in this case, that's more grass. Okay. Just seeing if I can pick up a rock. Well, we're gonna pick this whole area dry. That's what we're gonna do. I wonder what this grid stuff is. It's 3 thingy.
植物の採取なら任せときな。野菜の収穫と似たようなもんだろ。
Alright. Now we're going to brain him. Alright, so there we go. Okay, so this is the R1. So each of them is going to attack a different one of these. But we all get to go once. So level 18. Alright. I guess we should. How much MP do I have? Oh, loads. Okay, so let's. Aha! What is this? Deals magic damage to target area. Item rush. So I can protect us all because we're all gonna get hit. Let's see what good our AoE is. Oh, I see. What? Sorry, go back. Double impact, magic damage. Okay, just magic damage. Currently, if I aim at the Horned Rabbit B, it's got low elemental resistance. And that's... Okay, so... Weather affinity decreases... Oh, cool. But I also want to know... Okay, elemental resistance. I'm assuming it's resistant to fire, but really not resistant to thunder. I'm assuming that's the direction. Because it's resist. Sorry. Yeah, sure, let's see. Let's use 35 MP and just absolutely smash them. What skills do you have? Deals physical damage... Status effect, single enemy, magic issues 1 time card with the same effect. Do you know what that is? Vulnerable, you say? Or I could just attack? Well, which one's gonna hit? I think. Yeah, let's see what happens. Yeah, okay. Nice. Okay. So now one of these will hit us. Which one's hitting Sophie? That one is, so I'd rather kill the one hitting Sophie. I'm sure she has worse defense. Oh! Yeah. Cool. And... Yeah, so probably didn't use the MP there, but, Oh, you're not dead? Jesus, that guy does a lot of damage. I didn't even look at his skills. Okay. Alright. So, what do we get? We got... Weird. How come I can't look at these things? Menu's a bit clunky, I'm not gonna lie. Was it B? A? A? I already forgot what the... Oh, why? Right, you have to be close. It's weird that you can't just swing. There we go. Oops. Told you. Okay. Let's... I mean, I'm not really worried about MP this early in the game, so we're just gonna do another fight here. Honk! So we definitely don't need to kill. I think the rabbits look like they're... Let's see how bad my attack is. I mean, let's do the one on the edge just in case we have AoE attacks. 60. Oh, actually, in that that case, let's use a skill. Oh, Jesus. Amazing. Oh, that... What did that do? Not a lot of damage. What are your skills, buddy? Bullet spray? Accuracy decrease and frostbite? Okay, so he's frost. Resisted. See, I don't... Oh. Has him on... I think we just shoot. Oh, whoops. Well, we have it. What if I... Oh, no. They all got really hurt there. Never mind. There's no AoE, is there? Alright, so actually... In this case, I think we attack... you. Yeah. Oh, picking on. Okay, so now if I... Do I have a heal? No. Kill the rabbit. What is... Oh, that's what a time card is. Okay. So it's like a spell on layaway. Interesting. He shoot things? Yeah, I don't know why you would need... he's so OP in this level, it just seems unnecessary to use his MP. More grass. What is this? Oh! Oh no, I grabbed a spider web and now I've hit a cutscene. And I was supposed to get coffee. Sorry, okay. Oh, don't... Oh, it didn't even let me continue grinding. Alright. I think this is a good time to stop. We'll start with some plot after about a 5-minute break.
www.outoflives.net